Breakfast. Some say it is the most important meal of the day. And according to this article from the University of Minnesota, 60% of teenagers skip breakfast altogether. Teenagers these days certainly aren't skipping breakfast because they are far too busy researching the life and achievements of Leopold Wilhelm von Habsburg, or because they're busy working. They don't need to work. They're just going to vote for Bernie and he'll sort out their finances for them. If you go back to 1979 and you take that same percentage number, 60%, what you get is the percentage of teenagers between the ages of 16 and 19 who held part-time jobs. Compare that to today's number of a measly 35%. Lazy bastards. Less than half. Over half percent. I don't know if there's any connection there or not, but I would make a mental note of it because it might be important at some point in the future. So just remember that. It's not going to be in this video, but you might be walking down the street one day and something's going to happen and you can be like, ha, I watched Roscoe's video and he talked about this. I know what's going on. It's always good to have information, even if at the time, like right now, that information might seem completely useless. I think teenagers aren't eating breakfast these days because breakfast is boring. Eggs, bacon, waffles, pancakes, hash browns. Sure, I like them just as much as the next person, but they are all missing a critical and crucial feature. Pizzazz, excitement, cutting-edge culinary combinations. The sorts of things that would prompt Gordon Ramsay to start throwing around insults willy-nilly. So in my everlasting quest to try and make the world a better place, I took it upon myself to do something bold and brilliant. Something that will appeal to today's teenager. I have created what I call Snackfist. And to achieve your very own, very first Snackfist meal, all you need is this. A bowl. A bag of potato chips. Now, you can use any kind you want, whatever, your favorite flavor is. I like Cheetos cheddar jalapeno crunchy. I haven't had them in a while. I know you probably don't believe that based on my voluptuous appearance, but that's the truth. Now, you can use any kind of chips, whatever floats your boat, this and that. The last thing you're going to need is something for it to soak in. Now, because I'm trying to be kind of healthy, I've chosen Diet Mountain Dew. But you can choose any soda you want or any drink you want. Hell, you could even choose milk if you're crazy like that. Oh, and you're also, obviously, by default, going to need a spoon. Now, this is something that I was critically lacking, but I managed to find this spork inside the truck stop. So let's change views now really quick and we'll get down to the nitty gritty and see what's what. Okay, I forgot to mention this up top, but whatever bag of potato chips you have, what you're going to want to do is crush them up a little bit inside the bag so we don't make a mess. You want to take the bigger chunks and create smaller chunks, but don't do it too much because we don't want to turn it into a fine powder. We're not going to be snorting this now. We're going to be consuming it through our mouth. So I'm going to take these and crunch them up like so, just a little bit, to turn those bigger chunks into smaller chunks and make it nice and brilliant. And you can feel inside what they're breaking up like, what they feel like if they're bigger, smaller. So they're pretty crunched up fairly well now. So next, we're going to need the bowl. And we're going to take our bag of potato chips. We're going to open it up nice and easy, just so we make a little hole. We don't want the whole bag spilling out in there, right? I guess, yeah, that's a good size. And we're going to pour some of these bad boys into the bowl, like so. That should be enough. That's like, I don't know, one serving. Who knows? Then we're going to take our drink. And I think you probably know where I'm going with this. But look at that. And if you look at the nutritional information on those potato chips, is way better than practically every cereal on store shelves in the supermarket. And lastly, we're going to need a spoon. Now, I'm sure you're going to have a higher quality spoon than this cheap little spork that I have, but let's dig in. That right there is the business. It's no different than pouring in some cereal and some milk right after that. And in fact, based on the nutritional information of those potato chips versus practically every cereal on the market, this is way healthier. Less sugar, less BS. I mean, granted, you're not getting much nutritional value, but one step at a time. 60% of teenagers are not eating breakfast. This right here is going to make them flock to the breakfast table by the dozens, if not the hundreds, if not the thousands. So parents, if you're watching this, take note. Earlier I said the sort of thing that makes Gordon Ramsay throw around insults, but I think if Gordon Ramsay ever sees my brilliant idea, he's going to be impressed. I think this is messing with my mind a little bit because I see a bowl and I see stuff floating around in a liquid and my brain's like, ooh, this is going to taste like cereal, but then I try it and my brain's like, wait, that's not cereal. That's something even better. Don't knock it until you've tried it, and once you do, you're going to be hooked. Also, don't do drugs.